Well, hey guys, it's Michael from eKids, and today you're in my home instead of at church. And we're going to do our Advent for December 6th, the Advent blocks for December 6th. And so you guys can see the Advent blocks that my kids have used. We still have the story of Adam and Eve, the story of Noah. We had the story of Abraham and Isaac. We had Hagar and how she got water in the desert. And then, remember this from yesterday? Yeah. So today is December the 6th. So let's see what we have today. Well, that's pretty cool looking. It's like oh, my cat's bugging me. Don't bump into things. Yeah, it looks like some kind of jacket or some kind of coat, and like there's rainbow colors at the bottom. Looks pretty cool. All right, so we'll put it here, and we'll put the star on top. And I'll show you my cat, because my cat's meowing and wants attention. This is my cat, Sky. Hey, buddy. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get reading. Let's check it out. It says, The Dreamer Who Saved the World. The story of Joseph, found in Genesis chapters 37, 39 through chapter 50. So there's a lot there. Okay. The story of Joseph. Abraham had a son named Isaac, and Isaac had a son named Jacob, and Jacob had 12 sons. Wow. And Joseph was Jacob's favorite son. You might think it's a bad idea for a dad to have a favorite son, and you'd be right. Jacob treated Joseph better than his other brothers, giving them more presents all the time, and his favorite present was a fancy rainbow robe. Everyone who saw it knew that Joseph was the favorite, and it made Joseph feel special. But it made Joseph's brothers feel jealous and angry. On top of that, God had given Joseph special dreams about how he would be in charge one day. This made Joseph's brothers even more jealous. Oh no. They started to hate Joseph, and one day they decided to put an end to Joseph, to put an end to his dreams and his rainbow robe. Joseph's brothers attacked him. They tore off his robe, and they sold him as a servant. Then they lied to their father, telling them that Joseph was dead. Meanwhile, Joseph was taken all the way to Egypt, where he became a slave. But it got worse. Joseph was blamed for something he didn't do, and he ended up in prison. Then it got worse again. God used a dream to tell Joseph that one of his fellow prisoners was about to be freed. But as soon as he got out, that prisoner forgot all about Joseph. For years, Joseph sat in prison alone. Except he wasn't alone. God was with Joseph, even when it was hard, even when his brothers sold him, even when he was thrown into prison, even when he was forgotten. God had not forgotten him. God was with him the whole time. In fact, God was going to use Joseph to save his family. God was going to use Joseph to save the world. God gave the king of Egypt a confusing and scary dream. And one of his servants, the very same guy who had been in prison with Joseph, suddenly said, "Wait, I know a guy who's good with dreams." Joseph explained the dream to the king, that there would be a famine and people wouldn't have enough food, and the king put Joseph in charge. Joseph became a prince. The famine was so bad that back home, Joseph's brothers were starving, so they traveled to Egypt to buy food. And wouldn't you know it, they came and knelt before Joseph, not even recognizing him. Joseph couldn't help from crying. He was so happy. Brothers, he said, come closer. Don't you see? It's me, Joseph. I know you're scared, but you don't have to be. You wanted to hurt me, but God had other plans, good ones even. You thought I was gone and alone, but God was with me the whole time. He sent me here to Egypt to save all of us. Joseph and his brothers rejoiced because God had saved them. God was making the wrong things right and the dark things light. So together they all moved to Egypt. Their family grew and grew, and Joseph grew older. And just before Joseph died, he told his family, God has been faithful to us and saved us, but Egypt is not our home. Promise me that our children and our children's children won't stay here but follow God. Sadly, they didn't. They stayed in Egypt, and the longer they stayed, the further God seemed. And as they stayed in Egypt, God seemed far away. So all of Joseph's children began to hope and to pray. God, will you come back to stay? It's probably backwards. Okay. So guys, that's the story for today. And again, this is another story that we just continue to see, these stories of people who wanted God to come back. People that wanted more of God. And the way that God answers this, we already know, all the way over here on the 25th is Christmas, that God answers this question. God, will you come back to stay with Jesus? Okay, so guys, I love you, and I'll see you next time. Should be tomorrow. For now, bye.